All right, welcome back to Home for Fitness, where we have real workouts with real results. We're on week 4. Now on week 4, we usually do a deload. So that's what we're going to be doing. So it's all the same workouts. We're just going to cut all of the weight, 50% of last week. So last week, we did bench press, 3 sets of 5 at 325 pounds, cut it in half. I rounded it up, but it's 165. It's supposed to be 162 and a half or something. So 165 is what we're going to do, 3 sets of 5. Let's go ahead and get at it. All right, we're going to go ahead and get started here. So I got 3 sets of 5 at 165. I'm really just focusing on the movement itself with the bench press. Try to utilizing deload as much as I can. Just building up that muscle memory. All right, our next workout is going to be the incline bench press, 30-degree angle. Last week, we ended at 225. This week, we're going to do it at 115, 3 sets of 10. Let's do it. So moving on over to incline, I'm trying to get as wide of a grip as I can on this. So I'm really focusing on the pectoral and the clavicular muscle of the chest. Really just focusing on the range, focusing on the movement, and kind of doing the pausing. It's really weird when you go from lifting really heavy to doing a deload. It's bizarre. It's a different feeling, but it's definitely going to be worth it. Our next workout is going to be the overhead press, 3 sets of 8. Last week we ended at 165. This week we're going to be doing it at 85 pounds. So let's go. All right, here we go with overhead press. Again, a light workout. I smacked my hat on the second one. I'm trying to keep my elbows in front of the bar, but as I'm watching the video, you can see I'm pushing the bar a little bit behind my body, so I'm not in a good line, so I'm gonna have to work on that. All right, our next workout is going to be the dumbbell lateral raise, 3 sets of 12. At 15 pounds. Last week it was 30. That was kind of egotistical. So we're going to do 15s and then hopefully get back up to that 30. So let's go. All right, dumbbell laterals. I'm doing it a little bit differently than I normally do it. So normally I start in a Y formation and go from there. I'm just doing strictly straight up to the sides, really focusing on the medial head of the deltoid here. The 15 pounds was legitimately a little bit hard. So I don't know if it's because I'm doing a different stance, which I believe that's what I'm doing. But yeah, so this was definitely not light, but I kept going with it, just because of the deload. All right, our next workout is going to be the skull crushers, 3 sets of 15 at 50 pounds. Last week, it was 105 pounds. I want to switch it up a little bit. I'm going to be doing it on incline, 30-degree angle, so I can really focus on the long head of the tricep. So let's do it. All right, here we go with skull crushers. This is the second time I've done this particular exercise like this. Now, this exercise is going to focus more on the long head of the tricep and not so much the lateral. It's still engaged, but just not as much. The name Skull Crusher, obviously I'm going behind my head on this one, so I get that deeper stretch. But I think I'm going to change the bench to a higher angle, 30 degrees. It felt good, but I don't know. I don't think it's right. So we'll try a different degree next week. 15. All right, our next workout is going to be the tricep pushdowns, 2 sets of 12 at 40 pounds. Last week it was 80, so let's do it. And everyone's favorite, tricep pushdowns. I have done so many different variations of this exercise, but this is the correct one if you're really just focusing on the tricep brachii. So yeah, I've done the others and they're okay and they do work, but this one right here is going to get you the best results. All right, thank you for joining me on today's workouts. I know it's not my typical stuff, but it is deload, which is very crucial to your gains. It's always nice to give the muscles a break, kind of do the deload, decrease your weight by 50%, even your reps if you're in a high rep range, if you're doing hypertrophy. If you're doing 10 to 12, knock it down to 8 to 10. So I just kept my rep range the same just because I'm within that window. So not a big deal. But every 4 weeks, give yourself a deload week where you just kind of take a break, you focus on form a little bit, and then you kind of, figure some stuff out. So I finished today. We're going to get out tomorrow with pull. And as always, guys, be happy, be healthy, be you. Stay safe. Keep doing whatever you need to do to stay happy at the end of the day. And remember, we're not done yet. Deuces.